well today. So I'm here to do a video that I've done multiple times and people have been really enjoying them and I love making them. And it is my new releases, upcoming coloring books video. So I did a little bit of digging and found 7 new releases that are coming out either later this year or early 2022. There's one book that's already been released in April that I will show, but I haven't seen anybody talk about it. And honestly, while I was kind of doing my quote-unquote research, I found so many other cool books that I'm so excited about. So I think I'll have to do another one of these videos in the next couple of weeks. But while talking about all the new things, I'll be coloring in my 101 Unique Mandalas by Kamila Angelkova. As of last night, I am on a binger with mandalas. Don't ask me why. This is my 3rd mandala within the span of 18 hours. Like I said, I've just been on a kick. I am using my Ohuhu markers. I've already selected them. There's no gel pen. I'm just using markers and having a jolly old time. As usual, I will have all of these books linked below. I actually already have all the links prepared and everything. So if you're interested, check out the description, click the link, see the information if you feel like I left anything out or if I didn't mention something. I will also link the playlist that I have of these videos. Obviously, some of them are going to be a little quote-unquote outdated now because, the books have been released, but not all of them. I know I did a video on the coloring books that Creative Haven will be releasing in 2021, and I remember for a fact that a lot of them were to be released during the summer. So a lot of those videos are still relevant. But that being said, that was possibly the longest intro I have ever done. Let's jump on in. So the first 2 books are new Mythographic books, and I don't own anything from the Mythographic line, but I've seen some really cool work, and I know they also work with a bunch of different artists, which is neato. So the first one is the Mythographic Color and Discover Wild Winter, and it is by Joseph Katimbang. Sorry, I know that's probably not right. And it is about snowy animals and hidden objects. That's the little blurb. But it features animals like polar bears and anything Arctic-y. This book is to be released on January 4th, 2022. So yes, that is really far away, but at least they told us that it's coming out, right? I feel like they have been really pumping out these Mythographic books because, there's 2 that came out 2021 so far? I don't know. I know I've definitely talked about at least one of them in these videos before. So kudos to them for, being such busy little bees. The next Mythographic book is actually one that I'm considering snagging up. And it is Mythographic Color and Discover Wanderlust. And it says, an artist coloring book for exotic adventure and hidden objects. And it is by Alessandra Fusi. Oh no, I lied. It is by Fabiana Tenazio. I don't know why the other person's listed as the author. It's by Fabiana. She's obviously well known. She's done a lot of books. And the reason that I'm actually considering snagging this one up is because I love anything travel related. And is it just me, or has travel related books been the new thing? I don't know. Johanna just did the Worlds of Wonder, right? There's one, A Color by Number by Creative Haven coming out this summer. That's travel related. Rita Berman's releasing a color travel related one. Travel's a new thing, even though none of us are going absolutely anywhere. But yeah. This book is to be released October 12th, 2021. I am considering snagging it up. We'll see. It's obviously still in the pre-order phase. I do want to wait until there are more like images of what to expect in the book, because as of right now, you can only see the cover and no other previews. So I don't know if I am that brave, because like I said, I don't own any... Well, actually, I don't own any Fabiana's books, and I also don't own any Mythographic books. So I think I'm going to wait a bit until they post maybe a little bit more of a preview. Maybe I'll check out Fabiana's like Instagram or something and see if she has given any spoilers or like little previews, because that would be just wonderful. And the description is... it says, Wanderlust is a coloring celebration of the magic of travel. I like that. I didn't know that Wanderlust is actually a German word. Was not aware. I had a friend over maybe like last week, and we were having tea. And the tea that I was preparing, you know, as a meal. No, it's called Wanderlust. And he was like, oh, you know... do you know what this word is? And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, it's such like a big thing in the States, like Wanderlust. There's like people are getting tattoos of it. You know, there's books, there's like quotes about it. And he was like, what? But yeah, it's a German word for like the desire or the love for travel or the wanting to travel and, you know, like the magic of travel. But it was cool. Didn't know that the word had a German origin, even though I've used that word quite often, and I've definitely seen it quite often too. So yeah, a little fun fact there. So let me close out of this one. The next book is by Millie Marotta, and she's another artist that I don't have any books by, but I have seen them quite often. The reason that I don't own any of her books is I find them a bit intimidating. They are very detailed, kind of like Zen doodly kind of detail. But I've also seen a lot of people do artwork where they just don't color every detail, you know, they kind of cover over it. But yeah, so she is releasing a new book titled Secrets of the Sea, and it's a coloring book adventure. And it is to be released on September 28th, 2021. There are some previews, like a couple pages if you wanted to click on Amazon. Again, the links are down below. And you can see a couple of the pages. It looks very detailed. Again, sort of Zen doodly. I don't know if I'll be picking this one up. Kind of like also ocean themed things are not really my cup of tea. I know as I'm like doing a blue color palette, but still, I don't know. I can't swim, just to be honest. You know, water has never really been my thing. So I don't know. I think it's beautiful, but it's definitely not in like the front of the line of things that I want to pick up coloring book wise, because I do have like an extensively long list, like excessively long list of coloring books I would like to own, which is actually a separate video I did earlier too. But this unfortunately will not be at the top, but you know, we all have our preferences. If you like the little sea creatures, this book is amazing. It's beautiful. Not discounting the artwork in any way. It's amazing, just not my cup of tea. Then moving on to the one book that has already been released, and it's called Mermaid Magic, an underwater coloring adventure. And it is by Mei Yu. And I think she's also a YouTuber, which is cool. I have never seen her videos, or his videos, I'm not sure. But I thought this book would be fabulous for Mermaid, right? We're in May? Yes, we're in May. So that's why I'm kind of surprised I haven't seen anybody mention it before, since it's already been out for like a month. But there's also a little bit of a preview on Amazon. You can kind of see the back cover. So you can see some of the images. And it looks really pretty. It's definitely like chibi like, you know, the girls like have like really big eyes and such. And if you like chibi stuff, I think this book would be right up your alley. It's super pretty. And again, you know, Mermaid is obviously upon us, and then just summer, you know, perfect for the mermaids. I don't have any mermaid coloring books, not because I'm anti-mermaid, I just haven't snagged any up. So I think I'll keep my eye on this one and maybe get it. But the description says, dive into the magical coloring adventures and beautiful, never before seen mermaid designs in this fun coloring book. Relax and distress with these fantastic mermaids by online art star May Yu, viewed by millions. Really cool. I'll have to check out the channel. Yeah, and this book is $9.99, so right underneath a $10 line, which is nice because I feel like a lot of the time when, you know, things are released by quote unquote like celebrity or, you know, somebody that has a lot of YouTube fame or Instagram fame, whatever it might be, sometimes they tend to jack up the price just because they can. So I think it's very nice that it is $9.99. And then picture wise, let's see what the count is. So there are duplicates. There are 25 pictures and you get 2 of each. So there are 50 pictures in total. Yeah, so, and it says each high resolution image is printed single-sided with its own black backed page. Awesome. Yeah, and they just have some instructions. Share your creations. She even has her own hashtag going that you can share the pictures, which is a wonderful idea. Yeah, this seems like a really cool thing, and it seems like, you know, it originated from the YouTube art community, which, you know, gotta love and support. So that is Mermaid Magic. The next book I'm going to talk about will be released January 1st, 2022. Again, kind of far in the future. And it is called Vintage Fairies coloring book. And it looks really neat. It reminds me of those Thomas Kincaid books, you know, where the artwork is on one side and then the line work image is on the right, so you can kind of use the original image as guide. So this is similar. It will have the original artwork on the left, and then you do your magic on the right. And there are, let's see how many pictures. So on Amazon, it doesn't say how many images there are, which is unfortunate, but it does still look really pretty. I'm assuming at least 20 images. The book is $12.99, so I would hope there would be 25 or more, but who knows? And it says it contains exquisite images from some of the most talented illustrators of the early 20th century. So cool. So it is a collection of different artists, which it's always nice because, you know, if you don't like one of the images, you can just move on to the next one, and I'm sure it'll be a different style and line work and such. So I think I mentioned that it is released on January 1st. And yeah, it is a collection of different artists' work, which is cool. Gotta love that. And then moving on to the last books, and they are both called unofficial coloring books. So they are based on shows, but, you know, they're not actually released by the studios. I think it's an artist kind of based his artwork on the shows. And the first one is the unofficial Bridgerton coloring book, and it says gorgeous gowns and hunky heroes for fans of the show. Okay. And the artist is Wesley Jones. This book will be released on September 28th of 2021. And yeah, it's just based on the show, which is obviously based on a book. I have never, well, that would have been a lie. I've watched the first episode of the show, but I've read the book. So I read the first book that the first season of the show was based on. I've actually talked about this in like a reading wrap up before, and that I thought the book was fine. Like, actually, I really enjoyed the book in the beginning. It was witty, it was just funny, and then it got really bad really quickly. Again, in my opinion, if you liked it, that's wonderful, you know, but romance is not really my genre to read anyways. The only reason I had picked it up is because I heard so many good things about the show. I lost the cap. There she is. And the next book I want to talk about is actually really similar to this one. It is by Wesley Jones as well, and it's clearly printed by the same people, you can tell. It is the unofficial coloring book for the show The Crown, and it says British Royal Designs for fans of the show. I have never watched the show, but I know it has gotten a lot of recognition and support, and you know, it's very well acclaimed and very well liked. So again, if you're somebody who likes the show, I think this would be a cool one. And unfortunately for this one and the last one, the Bridgerton one, can't speak. There are no preview images, but maybe as we get closer to September, maybe Amazon or the publishing press of these books will give us a little preview into what we're signing up for. I strongly, strongly dislike when companies like release a coloring book and don't give you even the slightest preview into what's inside. Like, it's like if a company were to release a book, like a a reading book, I should say, and not give you a summary of it. Like, you don't know what you're signing up for. You don't know what's in it. You know, maybe it's one thing if you know the artist, so you kind of know their style, but even then, like, it would still be nice to see a page or two so you can at least foresee what's happening. But yeah, that's my little rant on that topic. But like I said, I saw so many other cool books that are being released this year, so I'll definitely do another one of these videos in the near future. And yes, I realized that I barely made a dent into my mandala here, but it's hard to color, read, and talk at the same time. I am doing my darnest though. But yeah, I'll definitely finish this by the end of the month. Obviously, I'll finish it by the end of the day and check in later during the monthly wrap up to see how this beauty turned out. And thank you so much for watching, and I'll see everybody in the next one. Bye.